Welcome to your question, the Dharam Mentor answer. The question is, what do you do to meet the deadline? Of course, when you're working in a professional environment, deadline become crucial because you're working in an organization and client had briefed and there is already a fixed timeline for this particular project. So we have to respect the deadline. That's the first professional priority. And how do we, generally the experienced designer, meet the deadline? There are a few things. These are simple hygiene things to do. One is that generally when you get project, you look at the timeline and deadline. Then you have to do a reverse calculation. What does it mean? Like, we're supposed to give this particular project what we are working, or whatever the project is briefed by a client today, and he wants to see the first design presentation after 20 days. That means you start calculating in reverse. So you have, if you leave today, you have 19 days. And the day you present, that day also, you won't be able to create anything. That means one more day has gone. How many days left? 18 days left. Then you minus how many days you get working days in those 18 days. Maybe 3-4 non-working days. You might minus from it. 18 minus 4, remaining 14 days. Now, you kind of divide these 14 days into 3 phases. One is that understanding, second is exploration, third is execution. 3 phases. Maybe I keep 2 days for understanding, in the sense reading brief, doing a little bit of research, reading some materials regarding that particular subject, category, product. So I am enabling myself with more and more information regarding that subject, immersing myself into the subject. So I give it 2 days for that. Then I might take 4 days to explore ideas, or so where I try to start analyzing, synthesizing, and seeing some insights and coming up with preliminary ideas. Then after that, I'll keep maybe 3 more days to take those preliminary ideas to the next level and improve them and see the potential ideas among those whatever bunch of ideas I got. That remaining whatever 5-6 days I have, I might use those days to execute these ideas and prepare presentation, and the final day, the 19th day, that day I'll go and present. So like that, we handle the timelines and meet the client deadline. Of course, I had given a one project scenario here. When you're working in an organization, you might be working on parallelly 3 projects. Okay, all 3 might be having a deadline, maybe a day before, a day after, or a week before. So they also follow a similar structure. For example, this particular what I discussed, I have a presentation on 19th. Then I have another small project on a 21st. Before that, I have another corporate identity project on a week before these 2 presentations. I have to parallelly work on all 3 projects. In that time, what I do, I dedicate few hours for project A, few hours for project B, few hours for project C in my day's time. So like that, I am productive all the working days on all the 3 projects and producing outcomes to match the brief objective and meet the deadline. So I hope you start understanding there is a good amount of time management is required. There's a good amount of project management skills are required. There's a good amount of ability to work on a multiple project is essential. Thanks for asking interesting question. I hope I'm able to answer your query.